I'll go back to the point this side right now. Chivas is very much La Masia, and your America is Real Madrid. ¿Qué onda, Cesar?
¿Cómo andamos, Omar?
Doing great, bro. Big surprise for folks coming next week.
Next week already. We've been working hard at it.
We got some stuff in the works. And it's supposed to be done by next Wednesday. So hopefully by next Wednesday, you guys can tell something's a little bit different. Something's going on. And we hope that you guys love it. So subscribe to us if you guys haven't already. Share us with a friend. Tune in next Wednesday because there's going to be some fun surprises going on, especially with, I don't know, with like the studio or something. I don't know.
Algo se va a pintar algo. I don't know.
Algo se va a ver diferente. Hopefully. It might look the exact same. but yeah, just keep an eye out, folks. We'll talk. Welcome back to episode 165 of Golsided. Super pumped that we're moving along. We got a jam-packed agenda for you guys. I added in, we want to talk a good amount of Ballon d'Or. I got a bunch of stuff I got bones to pick.
Let's go.
We also got Premier League over the weekend. We had Champions League last week that we didn't get to talk about. We'll bring it on to Liga MX because you didn't have to face the music last week, bro. You got COVID.
I did. Unfortunately, COVID's still around, and I got it pretty bad Tuesday and Wednesday last week. But yeah, now I'm back.
Yeah, you're back and you're better. But... See, le sacaste because you didn't want to talk to me.
A huevo, I don't get to talk about it.
But yeah, we'll talk a little bit. Chivas America ya pasó. So Chivas has played 3 total games since then.
What? Oh, yeah, because they played El Pendiente contra
Tigres, Toluca, and then yesterday Necaxa. Damn.
They did.
3 freaking games since the last time we talked about Chivas before the Chivas America. Spoiler, I got the score right. We'll talk more about that, folks. Yeah, let's kick it on off with the Ballon d'Or. A whole bunch of drama there. From my perspective, the most drama out of all of it, which we'll get into in a second, is the Ballon d'Or for the women's side.
Got it.
I think has the most drama.
Yeah.
I think the men's one everyone was like, pues,
ya
cada quien.
Ya
que cada quien, sus gustos, whatever. The women's one, I think everyone kind of was like, ¿Qué pasó aquí? Okay. ¿Qué onda? So we'll get into that. But yeah, folks, the big respected awards show was the 22nd, a couple days ago.
Yeah, and it's so like llegó de la nada, at least for me.
It always does for me out of nowhere.
I didn't even know it was that day until like you guys are posting it on Discord. I'm like, oh shit, it's today?
Yeah, me doy cuenta all the time. We should add it to our calendars or some shit, like to our goal set one. But like, no, siempre me llega de repente and I'm just like, oh shit, it's today. Damn, I didn't.
Maybe because we're so far away, a lo mejor no hay tanto hype.
That's one thing I was talking about in the Discord. I'm surprised they haven't brought it to the U.S. just to do the ceremony.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it'll cause outrage with the players because it's like literally during the middle of the season, in the middle of the week. No,
for sure. It probably would. But let's start off with some of the non-Ballon d'Or trophies first, just to get into it. A little bit less drama. Yashin Trophy, just to give you some love. Los Porteros. Last year, I think we were hating that, or was it last year, the year before? Remember when Bonu was supposed to get in and they give it to Emi Martinez instead?
Yeah.
Rigged.
Rigged. I mean, Emi venía de ganar su World Cup, so it was kind of hard. It was more of a heartfelt thing that, se sentía más que Bonu was the one that deserved it a bit more.
Yeah, so this year they give it to Donnarumma.
Yeah, which I hated.
Who you hate?
I mean, now
you hate
se ganó mis respetos, con todo respeto.
He's been balling out lately.
He has. I saw his game against Manchester City or against Arsenal, and we'll talk about. And ever since that one time I called him out against Barcelona, PSG, Inter knocked out Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
PSG was knocked out. Anyways, it was last Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
On that, I was like, yo, he's got weak hands. Like, ¿qué chingados está haciendo? If he already got a hand on it, just parry it away. But ever since then, he's looked very, very solid.
Yeah, I think it's totally deserved, I guess. Bonu's in freaking Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, Emi Martinez was barely getting time this start of the season.
Yeah, Emi Martinez is out of the picture. Onana is a ghost now. Like, I think there's a lot of openings in the keeper conversation for like who's the next up. But he's got it for now. And then on the women's side, Hannah Hampton, the keeper, the Inglaterra, who they ended up winning the Women's Euros. Chelsea makes it very far in Champions League every year.
Yeah.
I think they won the Premier League last year, the Women's Premier League. So I think very much
didn't they win the
deserved as well.
The Euros? England won the Euros.
Yeah, they beat Spain in the Euros, and they won in penalties, which she was a big piece of that as well throughout the whole tournament. Right. So
there's no objections there.
So big ups. I see we're in agreement. Maybe we'll get more and more controversial as we go. But next up, the Copa Trophy, which goes to the best youngster of the year, under 21, I believe. And contrary to popular belief, this one you can win multiple times. The FIFA
PF.
Golden Boy
Golden
is the one that you cannot win more than once. But in this case, Lamine Yamal won it last year, and he ended up winning it again.
No objection there.
No objection there, but I don't know. I kind of saw it like a little bit of foreshadowing, like, ahí ya te dieron tu galletita, calmadito.
Yeah. Go, you're still young. You got more years. Déjasela esta.
Mm-hmm. And then we got Vicky Lopez from Barcelona también. So Barcelona getting their trophies this
Youngsters
night.
trophies también.
But Vicky Lopez, amazing baller for Barcelona, for Spain. Definitely deserves her flowers as well. I don't think anybody really had much to complain about there. Big shout out to Linda Caicedo, la colombiana, plays for Real Madrid. She got second place.
I know, almost had the Latino representation, but the second place is still really good.
Yeah, that's huge. A little bit more controversial just on the men's side, the Gerd Müller trophy. This goes to the best striker of the year. Just así, hecho y derecho, best striker, nada que in other positions. Victor Gyokeres.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he deserved it. If you're an Arsenal fan, what do you think?
I mean, it's completely about his performances before Arsenal.
Right, so Sporting.
So, yeah, he had the most goals. He had like 50-something goals in 59 games or something. I mean, those are astronomical numbers. I mean, maybe it wasn't against Premier League defenses, but de que metió goles.
Y los números de Haaland?
Was he even on the freaking thing?
I mean, Haaland was nominated like within the top 20. Let's see. The ranking.
In the Ballon d'Or, he got 26th.
Yeah, all right, 26. Gyokeres is not even on there. I think
Gyokeres is on there. Gyokeres is 12.
Gyokeres is 12?
15th. 15th he ended up getting. So he was better Ballon d'Or than Haaland.
I totally missed his name. Yeah, I personally don't rate him as high because he's not doing it against Premier League players. Premier League defenders.
Now he has 3 goals in like 5 games in league. So, ahí va.
All right. I still.
Who would you have given it to? Haaland? Every year because he's just pumping goals.
He's just so good. Yeah, it's like the way you watch him play, and he's unstoppable in my opinion.
Yeah, to each their own. It'll get more controversial. On the women's side, we got I think it's pronounced Eva Pajor, who is the delantera de Barcelona, the striker. Completely, I think, in my opinion, deserved. She scored a ton of goals with Barcelona in Champions League and in league. Killer striker, Polish
striker.
She had some really good points in her speech about like that people from her realm of the world, they don't necessarily win these trophies.
Yeah,
but Lewandowski, I
mean, other than Lewandowski,
yeah. So big ups for her. All right, so let's bring it on to the Ballon d'Or. Let's start off on the men's side. A lot of drama there. Who's going to win it? Would it be Dembele? Would it be Yamal? Could Rafinha sneak in there? Ended up being Dembele.
Yeah.
Look at that. After an amazing season with PSG. I mean, everybody had amazing seasons. Rafinha had tied for the most goal contributions
with
all
Dembele?
Time. No. All time. More than Dembele in this season. But he tied Cristiano Ronaldo for the most goal contributions ever in one Champions League run.
Wow, that's huge.
But it was more games because they played more this past season, right?
Fair.
And then Yamal, amazing.
So that caveat.
Yeah, Yamal, amazing season. I think right around the same amount of goal contributions as Dembele, but more assists. And then Dembele got one more trophy.
Right, which was a Champions League.
Was Champions League.
Major trophy.
And then Dembele, amazing season, right? Great goals, great assists, amazing in Champions League, took them all the way there. Club World Cup takes them to the final. They lose it, but still there. So I think all around deserved.
I think so. I think Lamine Yamal did win the Euros last summer, which should go into account for this. But other than that, yeah, I think winning the Champions League, taking your club all the way to the Club World Cup final, putting up those numbers, winning league, completely deserved. Probably the best season he's had in all his career. So there's really no objection. You could say Rafinha, pero luego you go selección, no hizo mucho Rafinha with Brazil.
Not at all. I mean, not
you go,
much.
Club, you didn't win Champions League. So there's a lot more buts with Lamine Yamal and Rafinha than you get with Dembele.
Rafinha ended up getting 5th place, not even top 3. Vitinha got 3rd. Mo Salah, a lot of people forgot about him, right? He won everything except for Champions League. I mean, he won CAF, the African Nations Cup, and then he won Premier League.
Yeah.
Which I think didn't get a lot of weight, even though it was Arne Slot's first season.
Yeah, unbelievable season, and they're miles ahead in points right now in first place. So I don't know.
It's like 6 points. También, con respeto.
6 points.
6-point difference. A couple that stood out to me, Hakimi in 6th. I thought I was like, whoa, like they're showing some love to some
outside backs.
Not showing love to defenders overall, center backs. The only player that made this the top 30 at all was Virgil van Dijk at center back at 28th.
Yeah, I think that's pretty criminal. I think center backs and sometimes even goalies get underrepresented and underrated. Because I'm looking at Scott McTominay, crazy season in Serie A, but for him to be that high over Virgil van Dijk, I find it kind of crazy.
Damn, you don't rate him. I mean, he had an amazing season, and then they got back to winning El Scudetto. So
yeah, but Liverpool,
yeah,
yeah,
I thought Virgil van Dijk could have been there. Bastoni maybe could have been there. Maybe I don't know, like Gabriel or Saliba, like one of the two, right? I mean, they're strong.
Yeah, but what pushes them down is que ellos no ganan trophies.
Oh my gosh,
it is what it is. Like we just talked, McTominay won Serie A. Like, con todo respeto, pues.
Trophies is what kind of holds the weight here, right? I mean, Joao Neves is in here, so is Vitinha, basically the entire PSG squad. Yeah. Vini at 16th. I think it's
all right. Yeah, it's in the mix.
But 16th?
You're not too high. You're not too low. I mean, you didn't win La Liga. You didn't do anything with Brazil. Yeah. Didn't make it to the final of Champions League. Didn't do so hot in the FIFA Club World Cup. It's like there's a lot of bigger butts to that.
Yep. But I think outside of that, pretty straightforward with everything here. A lot of people calling out that like Yamal should have won it. I think we would have been happy if anybody would have won it at this point. Dembele with a great speech, shouting out his homies there that have been with him since he was very young. That was beautiful, in my opinion. His mama was there giving her shouts. And then I was talking in the Discord. I think this might be great for Yamal's career because he is kind of on cloud 9 right now. Y como que a lo mejor esto va a ser como un
little ding.
Bajoncito a little bit to get him to keep moving, no?
Yeah, and even like his family, su entorno, like it feels like it's very like extra and outspoken. Like I saw one of the interviews where his dad is saying like this is like a robbery almost. Like
no way.
He should have won it. He took his whole family, Lamine. So it's like es bueno que le den este bajoncito como dices, because it's only gonna make him want to go for it even harder.
He didn't take la novia, no?
Did not, but she did follow Ousmane Dembele. So
she followed Dembele on social media after that.
Mm-hmm. Ahí va la cosa.
Así son, ¿no?
Así la cosa.
Ay.
I did have a question for you. I see Cole Palmer here at number 8. Do you rate him over Saka, especially position by position? Or do you think, because I don't see Saka in this list either in the top 30.
No, Saka had those major injuries, right? Like he was out for a good while.
But let's take him like to their prime to what we've seen. I know it kind of sucks because it's over a course of a year you get this list. But just in general, should Saka be equally rated or close to a Cole Palmer?
I think he needs to be held to that standard, but I think Cole Palmer is doing better right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he won the Club World Cup. He had an amazing showing with them. He had a pretty good Champions League with them. The Europa League that they won. He ended up winning Europa League. I think he has a lot of ground there to be like, I'm better than Saka right now, especially with Saka's injuries. Get them at level playing field. Who knows, right? They were at level playing field last summer
at the
Euros. And remember, everyone screaming for Palmer to play because they needed help. But Saka was that guy. He was the starter.
Yeah, and I also do remember Cole Palmer coming in for a game against like Slovakia where it was deadlocked, and he's the one that got them through with an assist or like a nice play. So he is that difference maker, and he shows it. He showed it at the Club World Cup with those passes to Joao Pedro, him doing it by himself. So, yeah, I mean, I think Cole Palmer is definitely more of like that difference maker, but Saka provides, if he can stay consistent, he's very dangerous at the right wing position.
Yeah, I agree. We just got to get him back healthy. He's back healthy now with the team right when Madueke goes out for 3 months now. So he's got to pull through. And let's get right into the most dramatic, in my opinion, the women's side of it. It was up for grabs. También ahí, probably between Bonmati, Caldente, who plays at Arsenal, and then Alessia Russo, who's also at Arsenal. A lot of people saying, well, who could win it, right? Everyone has their own merits. Barcelona won La Liga, but then they lost the Champions League to Arsenal. Arsenal won Champions League, so that's good for 2 and 3 for Caldente and for Russo. And then England ends up winning against Spain in the Euros as well, so that's another big ding there, another big point. So a lot of people are like, it has to go to an Arsenal British player, to an Arsenal Spanish player, something. It ends up going to Aitana Bonmati, a Spanish player on Barcelona who lost both of those finals.
Yeah, it's quite sad in my opinion. Definitely Caldente or Russo have like a major like say in winning this Ballon d'Oro. Like you're saying, like just the fact that you won that Champions League and you won the Euros, it's like it's literally what we were talking about with the men's side. It's the trophies that should hold the most weight and should count, and also like your goals and assists. So yeah, in my opinion, just knowing a little bit about women's soccer, it's a robbery.
Yeah, I mean it. I think the voting is still up to like a handful of a good amount of journalists by each country.
Yeah.
But a lot of people criticizing, saying like, dude, do they watch the game? Because like, ¿qué onda? Like, this is completely one-sided. Like, why did is there a bunch of Barcelona pull here? Or, like, what's going on there? Because I mean, Caldente, I would think would have won it all. I mean, if it were just by trophies, it probably should have been Alessia Russo, because she won with Arsenal, she won with England, the only one of those three, right? And then Mariona Caldente was the bigger piece, I think, than Alessia Russo for Arsenal, and she was huge for Spain, but then they lost against England for Spain, right? So I mean, I would have thought one of those two would have won it, but they give it to the one that didn't win anything. Aitana Bonmati also missed a good amount of games in the season for Barcelona early on. So people are like, dude, come on, like, what's going on here? And then the two that scored at the Euros, one for each team, quedaron 1-1, and then they went to penalties. For Spain, Caldente scored, and then for England, Russo scored.
Jesus Christ.
So you're like, dude, come on, like.
It can't be any clearer. Like, the favoritism cannot be any clearer. I'm a Barcelona fan, and I can tell you there's clearly a favoritism here towards Bonmati. She's a great player. No hay que quitarle nada, but at the end of the day, like, she did not deserve this.
She might be, in my opinion, she is the best player in the world. Like, the most talented, la más cabrona. But this trophy is for like the best season, right? I would think all the accolades that they got that season to give them the trophy.
Hard work throughout that season, right?
Yeah, and we see it on the men's side también. If you don't win a certain trophy, you're not up there, like Sala. If you miss a good amount of games, you don't even make the top 30, like Asaka, right? But like, come on, like, disimulen un poco. No, people were hating on Barcelona, being like, dude, the PR.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, can't guarantee it, but I'm sure there's some mañitas ahí que hicieron que Bonmati ganara.
And then for just straight up numbers, I believe the highest goal contributions was Putellas, who's in fourth.
So it's Barcelona, Arsenal, Barcelona.
Yep, and then Arsenal, 5.
And then Chloe Kelly.
And then 6, Patrick Guajaro is Barcelona.
Oh, wow. Barcelona, yep. Arsenal dominating. Las
and then Leah Williamson, I think, is Arsenal. Ewa Pajor is Barcelona. Like, everybody here is basically in one of those, or in the English squad. No, but, I mean, there's also some other surprises here. Marta in 12th. Unfortunately,
wow.
I one of the biggest things that I saw, Marta's never won Ballon d'Or for the women's side.
And that's crazy.
Well, the main reason, because they just started giving it in 2018.
Yeah.
And her peak was like in the earlier teens.
Yes.
But ni una de respeto, así.
No, they did give her something last year. Remember, she cried and she made us all cry. And
yeah, but wasn't that at the FIFA the best?
Oh, okay. That might have been. Ya son diferentes. Yeah. FIFA dijo, hey, yo, I want my own thing.
We need our own thing. And yeah, she hasn't won it here. She won the FIFA best player like 5 years in a row, like 2008 to like 2012 or something. But she hasn't. She has won the Ballon d'Or this past year. I mean, she had the amazing showing with Brazil. She brought them back from the dead to end up winning the Copa America. So I don't know. I like Claudia Pina too, who got 11th. I thought she should have cracked top 10. I mean, ¿qué más? Esther Gonzalez in 22nd, just because she's an NWSL. Como que
Claudia Pina española también.
She's a baller.
Spain be dominating.
Spain is at the top of the game. There's not a lot of players that are in NWSL, which a lot of people are pissed off about. Like,
yeah, I think they need to do international tournaments like they do for the men's side, so we can really see the difference between the two leagues. But I mean, the NWSL has all the Americans and has, I mean, international women as well. I mean, the U.S. women's national team has been really good as well. So, I mean, hay que mirarlos, pues, on a big stage, por favor.
For sure. And just to wrap us up, this was the first year that women's got the exact same trophies as the men's. In past years, they've given some trophies to just the men, and then the rest of them, yes, to the women. But this year, every single one that they had a men's trophy, there was a women's trophy.
Love that.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Arriba las mujeres. All right, folks, let's move on to some scores. Cesar, let's bring it to Champions League. It was last week, pero pues no estábamos, so we got to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
El Arsenal de mi corazón, they ended up beating Athletic Club 2-0 after a couple of sad performances from Arsenal. The one against Liverpool, they ended up losing. But then they come back away at
Athletic Club in San Mamés.
San Mamés, and they ended up winning 2-0, which I was pumped about. Great performance from them. No se dejaron. That intensity in the stadium, how freaking hostile it was. It's crazy at that stadium.
Yeah, I want to go to that stadium one day. Just that whole area. I think they call it San Sebastián. Porque ahí está donde estaba el Carlitos Vela también. Yep. Anyways, yeah, unlikely of scores. You had Trossard and Martinelli. Trossard, who after this game has been picking it up, and same thing with Martinelli. He just scored over the weekend. So, I mean, that depth, I have a note here, that depth that you guys are finally seeming to have and get these early numbers for the Champions League is really good, and really good for Arsenal in general, knowing that you have players that can come off the bench and help you out.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be huge for the rest of the season because they keep getting injured players in Arsenal. Now they got Madueke injured. They're barely getting Saka back. Odegaard got injured again, is out for a while. The list just goes on and on. So it's going to be tough for them. And they need to get those unlikely heroes like a Trossard.
Is this like a usual thing for you guys, just having injuries like this?
The past couple seasons seems like it. I don't know what the fuck it is.
No le están dando sus Flintstone vitamins or algo.
No les dan, no lo soban.
So, yeah. No les dan su meditation times or algo.
No les echan Bengay o algo. No, something's going on with Arsenal in the locker room. A lot of teams are kind of being like this right now, though. I feel like a lot of teams
just overworked.
Yeah, overworked. I mean, they don't get any breaks anymore, no?
Yeah, pretty much.
So pretty straightforward for Arsenal. They get their 3 points. They're tied for first place, sitting pretty. We had Real Madrid, who also got their 3 points. They got a 2-1 win. There was a pretty sketchy handball, no?
Yeah. Marseille getting just... I wanted to talk a little bit about Marseille porque they were just locking everything down as much as they could. And they got a breakaway, and Aubameyang gets at the end of that breakaway y le da el pase a
Greenwood.
No, Greenwood gets a breakaway y le da el pase.
Oh, yeah. And then Aubameyang puts it away. Blast from the past at Arsenal.
Yeah, y luego the handball. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the handball. Oh, yeah, it's a slide tackle.
Oh, yeah.
Pega en la nalga or in the side of the hammy. And then his hand drags the ball. Pero ya está en el piso.
It's what we were talking about, that like ya no se entiende what a handball is, right. No? Because like we were told if you're falling or sliding and you're used as el de apoyo, I mean, if it hits it, pues ni modo, and just play on, right?
Yeah.
But it was exactly that. He slide tackle, puts the arm back, and then it hits it, and then they call it a freaking penalty.
The Jorge Sanchez in the Mexico against the U.S. was worse.
That was worse, and it did not get called.
Did not get called.
He freaking stick shifted that motherfucker.
So this one was a complete robbery. I don't care what you say. No sé qué están haciendo aquí, but they need to be investigated because this was not it.
It was not it at all. But yeah, Real Madrid gets their 3 points like that. A little bit of a tight squeeze, I would say, but one of the most dramatic there. PSG ended up winning 4-0, and they're just smacking everybody again. My big question to you, Cesar, are they going to win it?
No.
Why not? They're not going to repeat?
No, I don't think they'll be good enough to
Barcelona.
Repeat. Possibly. We made it to semifinals last season. We can go a bit further to the final at least. Liverpool.
No.
Your Arsenal.
Yes. Ojalá.
O sea, es que hay unos cuantos ya.
Yeah. Score-wise, I didn't watch this game, but score-wise, Corabag se chingó al Benfica. They were down 2-0 at Benfica.
Yeah.
And then they ended up coming back 3-2.
Yeah, Corabag. I don't even know how to say it. From Kazakhstan, no?
Azerbaijan.
I mean, lovely upset. A team that we don't really know, pero ahí están.
Classic. So, yeah, stay tuned, folks. We'll talk more Champions League as we go. It's coming back next week, I think. So it's about to get good. Let's bring it on to the Premier League. That one's going to be more fresh in our minds just this past weekend. Yeah, the big matchup over the weekend was Arsenal versus Manchester City. A couple years ago, this was the big matchup that everyone was like, oh, this is for the winner.
Yeah, this is going to be the winner
now
at the end of the season.
Kind of turned to what Liverpool-Arsenal was a couple weeks ago. But City's still very much in the running there. But a great matchup that we had. Really tight, really boring first half, I would say.
Especially because your Arsenal is just tocan el balón y no hacen nada con él.
They started with such a weak lineup. They started with Trossard. They started with Merino, who a lot of people have been hating on. They started with Madueke, who ended up getting injured in this game in the second, right at halftime. But Haaland gets a goal in the 9th minute off of a great breakaway. I think it was Reinders. Yeah, Reinders gets a breakaway. Yeah. And then Haaland does like what you would want every striker to do. Like I think he beats like a Gabriel on a bounce out, right?
Right.
He gives it to Reinders.
Drops it off to Reinders.
And just hits it beeline. And Gabriel was jogging like if
No, Gabriel was sprinting.
He wasn't like 100%, but Haaland was in 150%.
No, pero los pasonones de Holland, they're like 4 feet apart. Like, no
But I would have thought you'd see that fool like sweating and like.
I guarantee if you ask Gabriel, he's like, yo, I was sprinting, but eso está bien lanky. Like,
So
it's just Holland.
Yeah, he went 2 times his pace. He gets to the back line basically. He has Saliba, and Saliba kind of bites at the passer. And basically, Haaland gets into a little bit of space. Reinders puts it perfectly, and he
Don't miss.
it's an automatic goal.
Once
It's at its feet in front of the keep, he put it away beautifully. And then como que se apagó City, which is something we haven't been used to seeing. City completely shut down, try to be a lot more defensive. No se le vio mucha idea.
No, just this season they're kind of confusing because they have Donnarumma, who is not good with his feet, and he said he's not good with his feet. So they, in that play del gol, they were a bit more direct. They weren't the City that we're used to that just likes to build up. So they're kind of in that transition phase where they're trying to find what playing style they want to do. And I think like when you're playing against Arsenal, they just want to make, agarramos el gol, let's just lock it down.
Yep.
And I feel like that was their game plan after that goal.
It seemed like that's what it was. Arsenal had the ball more, is a way to put it. They didn't necessarily do more in the first half. I don't think anybody really did anything else outside of that in the first half. Se vio feo el partido. Everyone said it was a terrible first half of footy.
Yeah.
And then it ended up with criticism for Arteta because people were like, dude, put your best team. Because then in the second half, Arsenal looks a lot better. They put in Eze. They put in Saka at that point because Madueke gets injured. And then Martinelli comes off and gives a big spark. But they're like, dude, put Eze first. Like, put him in there. You need that, like, amazing spark that he brings. Why do you have Merino in there?
Yeah.
Because Merino was almost acting like a 10 just because he scores these goals all of a sudden for Spain, but he doesn't do that.
Yeah, it's more of a like he just want to study City and he just wants to hold like a 0-0 and then second half go all out because Merino provides that like control of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Que le quería ganar Arteta le quería ganar a Pep el balón. Como ahora I'm the master. I get to keep the ball and pass. Which I feel like I said, Pep didn't care about it. He just wanted to be solid defensively. And yeah, once Eze came in, like it was a different game.
Yeah, Eze playing amazingly there in the middle. He is basically he's a huge spark. We've talked about it before. He's a firecracker there, game changer, different type of player. No te cabe en el molde de así tócala, muévete. You could see it in the goal in the 80th minute or in the 93rd minute once Martinelli comes on. Eze gets it in the middle and a bouncer and he dings it over everybody because he knows that Martinelli is beating everybody.
Yeah, he's a flash.
So this dude, he gets a beautiful ball in. Martinelli beats everybody and gets one touch on it, puts it right in front of himself. And then almost tres deditos with like the outside of the foot. Just dings it over Donnarumma, which is not easy to do.
Nah.
I'm surprised Donnarumma didn't find a way to either block it or like not bite at the fake and like go back and catch it easy. Like I that's why I give Martinelli even more kudos for this goal because I'm like, bro, you also duped Donnarumma. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Finally, you got someone like Martinelli coming in and providing that difference for you. Same thing lo que pasó against Athletic Club.
No, for sure. Martinelli is all of a sudden showing some life. I think he's feeling the pressure from Arteta. That's probably like, dude, you're on the bench now and there's no, like, you're not the starter at times. If you want to be the starter, put up some goals. But he might even be the talisman now, right? Like off the bench. Just put him in one arena.
Pinche Trossard was last season.
Yeah, I mean, it's just figuring out who does it out of those two. Yeah, Manchester United against Chelsea. United ended up getting a 2-1 win. The game completely conditioned by a really early red card. Robert Sanchez.
Jesus Christ. Robert Sanchez, I have you for FPL. ¿Qué chingados andas haciendo?
Oh, you started him?
Yeah, he's my starter.
Damn.
And he's usually pretty good. I mean, Chelsea haven't been scored on so much, but yeah, this game he completely, because it was raining and the ball runs so fast. He salió, he missed it. He hit Sesco right in the noggin. ¿Qué le vas a hacer? Es roja directa. Vámonos a las duchas.
A las duchas, my guy, and that makes it beautiful for United. United is the team that right now they're set up where beautifully they need to play against 10 players. Like, yeah, eso la ayuda. They ended up getting 2 goals in during that time. Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro get a goal.
Casemiro got a goal, and then a couple minutes later, he gets a double yellow. The second yellow, and it's one of those topics that we talked about where do you judge the second yellow with the same weight that you would do a regular yellow card? And in that play, the ref did judge it like that. Es una de esas jugadas que los 6 hacen siempre where you need to cut the play. If he wouldn't have gotten a yellow, if he wasn't on a yellow, I can see it being pasable. It was like on that line. But giving a yellow was also acceptable. So unlucky for him, it was his second. Y también igual a las duchas.
A las duchas. That probably scared the shit out of Amorín because they gave a lot of time. It gave a whole second half with even playing field. Chalobah only gets 1 goal in for Chelsea towards the end of the game.
By the way, it was a header.
And then with that, así quedaron.
Yeah, unfortunately. And Bomo's so good, by the way.
He's baller, but he's not contributing.
Yeah, and that's the shitty part. I think he's in a team like Manchester United who just are really unlucky at like scoring in general. And his quality is not showing on the stats. But I mean, you see him get the ball and you're like, holy shit, like this guy is really good.
He gives me Cuauhtémoc vibes.
He does.
He's like a little chunky, pelón.
Sí, unorthodox en lo que hace, pero se le mira la magia que tiene.
Can't take the ball away from him. No, he's a baller. We did get the Merseyside derby over the weekend. Liverpool versus Everton. Liverpool ended up winning 2-1 with some early goals from Gravenberch and from Ekitike.
Keep scoring.
Yeah. Gets a red card.
I mean, that was today, but
I mean, this game was pretty straightforward, so maybe just getting to a little bit of drama. But yeah, they played in Cup yesterday against like a 3rd-tier side, and Ekitike ends up getting a red card because he already had a yellow, completely forgot about it somehow.
Yeah. I don't think he cared.
Scored a tap-in off of Chiesa goal, off of a Chiesa assist, and then he takes off his jersey and does the Messi, like, show it to the stands.
I hate that celebration, by the way.
You do? Even when Messi did it?
I don't, yeah. When Messi did it, it was iconic. It was like nobody had done it before.
Yeah, people had done it. Balotelli or somebody.
Balotelli, bro. It was against Real Madrid that time he did it.
Yeah.
So that was like super iconic. But now everybody's trying to do it, and you're like, bro, you're not Messi. Like, unfortunately. So just get your own celebration, bro.
Ay, perdón.
Por favor.
Perdón. So, yeah, he does it, and then he gets a second yellow card, and then the reactions are just priceless. There's a picture of Frimpong in front of him, and he's just like, oh, what are you doing, mate?
You have a yellow card, like he said.
And then when he gets the second yellow, there's another picture that shows Arne Slot on the bench, and he's just like,
yeah. And Arne Slot said, yo, like, that was completely dumb.
Yeah, he said something like, he criticized for doing it on a tap-in too, right? I think he had a lot of choice words for doing it overall, for doing it for such a whack goal.
Yeah.
Imagine the locker room, bro. If he's saying that to the reporters, imagine what he told them in the locker room.
Le gritó, tiene 23 años, o no está tan morro. Mm-hmm. You've been playing footy professional for a while. You should know what you're doing. And yeah, I mean, completely unacceptable. Unas pinches fines, Dylan, para que no pase otra vez.
Yeah, bro. Take some money away from that dude. Cool. Let's bring it on home with some Liga MX then. A blast from the past. I know a lot has happened from it, but we got to face the music, Cesar. Your America lost to my Chivas. I won a burrito.
I know you did.
I won a burrito, but then I also guessed the exact score. I said Chivas was going to win 2-1. I didn't get the scores correct, but that's not what matters.
2-1. Yeah.
Chivas won. Your America lost. Chivas got the 3 valuable points. after they tied against Tigres, and then now they beat Necaxa. Now they're in the last play-in spot.
Yeah, and I kind of wanted to talk about, well, they tied Tigres, they lost to Toluca,
Yeah.
and then they beat.
First, let's just take a minute. What happened to America?
Inconsistencies from America. America played with Fidalgo. Fidalgo came out the 46th injured.
Mm-hmm.
Dagoberto Espinosa also got injured at the 79th. But I think just overall, it's been very like lackluster. Like no hemos encontrado ritmo. Y se miró en el juego against Monterrey. Y se miró que a veces the right pieces aren't there, and they're not there at the right. If they're there, it's not the right moment. So it's just finding ourselves again. Y el juego against América against Chivas is diferente. So Chivas obviously no se le debe de quitar, the performance they made. Yeah. It was a really nice goal. I think it was the second one where it came off of a cross, a low, hard cross. It's like Chivas maybe gets a cross, but then Chicharito's on the end of it. So no pasa nada.
Yeah.
But this time you guys made the opportunities or the chances worth it. Y por eso ganaron el 2-1. And yeah, I mean, you guys obviously wanted it more than we did.
Yeah, I was criticizing Milito at the beginning of the match. A lot of us were in Discord and on Twitter because he came out a bit defensive. A lot of defenders there, 5 in the back, and then El Oso Gonzalez, and then you have Cade Cowell in there. So como que he was really banking on in the first half, staying tight, staying compact, and just being vertical whenever you can with the Cade, with the Piojo, figuring it out. And a lot of us didn't think that was the right way to do it. Like, same thing with Arteta, like to put out your best 11 y chingatelos. But apparently, Milito knows something that we don't. He puts out a squad. It almost seemed like they were, I don't know if I would say it, but it almost seemed like they wanted America to take the game, like to control the game, and then them counter and tried to make it happen with the team. And it almost seemed like he has the past couple of weeks been saving really good players on the bench, like an Hormiga, who is dimensionally so much more better than Cade Cowell, bringing in Jose Castillo, Richie Ledesma, Santiago Sandoval, really good ball-playing players. They're really good with the ball at their feet. Como que se ve como que he wants, I don't know, it gives me Henry Martin vibes, like these fools get them tired, and then you bring in Ledesma, Sandoval, you bring in La Hormiga, and then like they could ball out. I don't know. That's the vibe that it gave me, because in the second half, Chivas looked so much better.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, America is just not in the right moment. They're not there. I mean, we can blame la FIFA break, the World Cup break that they had the qualifiers. But even before that, like America we were winning, we were finding ways to win, but we weren't being that America that holds the ball, that finds plays, that is just dangerous all the time. We were just kind of doing patchwork. Henry's out, Fidalgo then, sale lesionado. We got to say Maximum. We're like, okay, he's going to help us, and he did.
For a cool minute.
But I think this game, it just was all on Chivas' coach. He just knew what to do, and the players executed.
Yeah, I think it worked as perfectly as it could, in the way that, like, he was like, yo, you guys, let's try to draw blood in the first half, pero si no, like, hold on, keep it zero, because in the second half, we're going to go out, control the game, which I thought they did. They had a lot more control of the ball in the second half, so much so that it ended up being with a beautiful cross in from El Guti, unlikely hero, with an assist, into El Piojo in the box.
Yeah.
And he puts it away, which he needed that so much.
And there was like 2 other players there, like right alongside him. It's like, when have you seen Chivas in that structure, in that moment, and like finish it también?
Yeah, El Piojo's not usually there in that exact spot. So big kudos to him. I think he needed that from a motivation side of things, but then he ends up freaking rolling his ankle in the terrible grass there, and then now he's been out ever since, and he's gonna be out for a while. But But yeah, he gets that goal, and then like you mentioned, the Hormiga goal. What a beautiful individual play by La Hormiga, bro.
I don't remember it. ¿Cómo fue?
Le llegó el balón. I don't remember if the keeper threw it out to him or de rebote, but he got it like on their side of the field around the media luna on their side. And then he just gets it on a breakaway run, just sprinting, carries it the whole 50 yards straight at Lichnowsky. Lichnowsky tries to push him one way. This fool just body weight, just like moves the ball this way. And then con la zurda puts it like raso to the corner de Malagon.
Right or left corner?
To the right corner.
Of
so
Malagon.
he pulled it. Yeah, his shot was pulled instead of like abierto. Like, then cosa de nueve, right? Putting it to the keeper, to the
keeper's second post.
To the keeper's post is cosa de nueve. That movement, like he's playing beyond his years with that play. I thought that was so lights out, so awesome against the national team center back in Lichnowsky.
Chiles, to be fair.
I know, but I don't know. I give big old clap to La Hormiga off of that. Now he has 5 goals on the season, I think, with yesterday's. Dude, this dude, he's la promesa de Chivas, that striker. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or but. Put him in.
Yeah, and then you go at a crossroads of that, like, lo vendemos. Now that we got a striker que pueda meter goles y nos está ayudando, we keep him here and stunt his growth, o lo vendes a Europa, and now you're stuck trying to find another 9.
Yeah. The nine's an interesting position though, because the 9 needs to be developed by Irceda, porque tiene que llegar allá a comerse los defensas, right? So I think he's one of those that maybe can still have a year to 2 years, maybe, because you need to get the right offer from. No más que se vaya a irse. He's got to find a good team that'll get him minutes. That like lo valora as a starter, I think.
Okay.
I think he shouldn't go out there to be
a ganarse un lugar.
To be like in the youth ranks, right? Because he's still like 21,
22.
He shouldn't be going to the U23s at a team. He needs to go over there maybe as a backup on a good team to fight for it, but like que lo valoren for the first team, not like Mateo Chavez. Unfortunately, he doesn't get called up sometimes, and he hasn't played.
Wow, that's wild.
Unfortunately, it's a good squad. It's a learning program, right? But I mean, if you're not getting the minutes, pues ¿para qué fuiste?
Yeah, I mean, I would like him in the Dutch league, but I'm a fan of the Dutch league for Mexicans. But we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, and then just going right into it. Necaxa yesterday, Chivas ends up winning 3-1.
I want to talk about Toluca. Why are we talking about Toluca?
I don't remember that game. No, I mean, it is what it is. This past weekend, andábamos tomándole, no, this past weekend, andábamos. And then they played Toluca, and thankfully I drank my sorrows away because they played Toluca. They lost 3-0. Paliza. I mean, what is there? It was at home, too. Get the puedo decir.
It was a packed stadium, too.
Packed stadium.
You guys were packed.
Le rayaban la madre Alexis.
It's just, for me, it came off of, in my memory, it came off the most recent win against America. So you have an America who we just talked about, that it's weak, it's confused, y no anda al 100. And then you play against a Toluca who has Antonio Mohamed, who has national team players, who has the Alexis Vega. This is where I feel like Chivas, if they want to be in Liguilla, if they want to be title contenders, if they want to make deep run in La Liguilla, they have to irle más del tú a tú a un Toluca, un Monterrey. So I think my biggest thing is like asking you, like, which one do you take? Do you take the America win, or do you still say, we're not that good because we lost to Toluca 3-0, or is it a mix of both? And do you have time, or where do you see Chivas after these two?
I mean, también no hay que vender humo, right? Like, and keep an eye out because I'm going to be getting us some more Chivas content. So if you guys appreciate it, jump in there. But no hay que vender humo. También you can't say like, oh, this is the real Chivas, right? Getting smacked all the time against any good team. They played Tigres right after America, and they tied, right? And they should have won. They missed a penalty. La falló Efra. He should have scored it. And they had their chances. So that looked like this dude, Milito, was cooking. Vámonos para arriba, right? And then the Toluca, sometimes matchups don't work. Sometimes just the way that players match up against your back lines sometimes a good team se ve way better than you do, right? So that's what it was. Alexis Vega was on an island, and this fool was doing whatever he fucking wanted with that backline. The Chivas, he los conoce. And Alexis Vega is like a god among men as far as Liga MX players go. Right? También es muy facilito for him. But right now, Toluca is like a superstar team. They have all the best players from South America. They have Paulinho. They got the freaking best Liga MX Mexican players. And they're all like ex-Chivas o juegan con la espinita también. So this Toluca, I think it was just the perfect matchup at the perfect time.
For the wrong outcome.
For the wrong outcome, unfortunately, at home.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, your Chicharito not looking good también. It's like...
A couple players not looking good. Rangel, El Osotote on the first one.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
They gave a ball in, kind of like así a lo pendejo, like what's his name? They got a red card by Indir or whatever the fuck. Robert Sanchez.
Right.
Yeah, so he comes out and I think he like hits the ball and he tries to get it and he like overcommits y se la deja right there a Paulinho. He just taps it in. The ball went 2 over, and then I think he went to crash with somebody and se la dejó perfectly. So it was 100% like, not even like, oh, plus it happens to everybody. It was like, no, he like went out and passed it to him.
It's crazy.
And you're like, bro, these guys don't need help.
Yeah.
Right? Like, who knows what would have happened then, right? Maybe 1-0, maybe 2-1, maybe something. Pero ya le quitaste toda la vida a tu equipo. And then after that.
Yeah. It sucks because, I mean, Rangel, as a goalie, you can't make those mistakes, and especially not in a World Cup year. It's like the World Cup is less than a year away. Like,
well, how do you convince your World Cup, your national team coach to put you in when you do that?
Right.
As a coach, I'm thinking, te va a salir eso one time.
At the World Cup.
Maybe one of the games. And I can't have that.
No.
So, yeah, he just can't. In the America game, unfortunately, La Barrera let the ball through right on Sendeja's goal.
Yeah.
But también you're just like, bro, Rangel, can't you just catch a fucking break?
Yeah.
Because then también yesterday, he had his clean sheet against Necaxa, and then El Chicote scores a goal on him. But it was almost an own goal. Unfortunately, he was going the right way for the shot, and then Romo bounced it in.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all with like, tú eres defensa, right? You're center back. Tienes un diferente, like a different emotion, different feeling when you're playing with a goalie that you have the confidence with, compared to a goalie who might be good, pero está mal en un mal momento, or.
And even if they're a good goalie and you could tell they're in a bad moment, you could feel it as a center back.
Right. And it's the same thing even at the pros. I'm sure of it.
And it doesn't even have to be a bad moment. Like, I could tell this fool's been sucking for months. But si la cagan la primera like this, you feel it in the game.
Yeah.
And you're just like, fuck, bro. Like if I don't give him a perfect ball, if I don't help out, if I don't, side tackle, do extra, he's not on it today.
Yeah.
And then te afecta también, right? So those are the little things, the extra it's in the cancha, but those are the extra things that you think about that give him some dings, unfortunately. But La Hormiga, love to call him out. Think he's tied for third now, the goleador. And then the win yesterday puts Chivas at 11th, right outside of the play-in. But
I mean, even what about your Sandoval? I saw that kid going viral because
two teenagers scored for Chivas yesterday. 18-year-old Sandoval, el hijo del negro Sandoval, ex Chivas. That's who this kid is.
And damn, the nepotism. I mean, if he's scoring, he's doing
good.
Bro,
he's a baller, though. This dude's a freaking stud. Ya le bajó el puesto a Camberos, a Padilla, on whatever wing you want to put him on.
Holy, I forgot about Camberos.
You see this dude with the ball at his feet, and you're confident that he's going to do something smart.
Holy cow.
Like, it's crazy.
Mexico has so much talent if Chivas just produced 4 kids in the span of like a year and a half.
Mexico and Chivas right now is pumping. Because then he scored this goal, and you're just like, oh my God, we're getting goals from a freaking teenager.
Yeah.
Y luego meten a un guy to debut with 10 minutes left.
Samir Inda.
And then he ends up scoring a banger of a goal 25 yards out. Like, and he knew what he was doing to la bajó, la puso, and he's like,
This one's all mine.
sácala, cabrón. Mocos.
Yeah, it was a banger of a goal. And when I saw that goal, because somebody posted it on the Discord, and I was like, más que nada, te da una felicidad porque he's 17 and he's Mexican. I know he plays for Chivas, and maybe America fans are going to hate me because I'm a diehard America fan. But I think I put nationality and having these kids do so well and score bangers and say, hey, this is my opportunity. Hey, look at me. I'm also good. Like, it makes me like really happy. And like, we need Chivas to keep doing this. One, because La Selección Mexicana needs it. Two, you have the players, you have the talent. Just give him the chance, the opportunity. ¿Verdad? Y luego, three, I mean, they're eventually going to end up in La Selección Mexicana.
Yep. At the youth level.
Be the Barcelona, be La Masia for Mexico.
That's a great point. That's what I'm understanding as well. This Chivas is looking like La Masia right now. That, like, se les lastima Luke de Jong and then meten a Casado. Right? Se les lastima like
Araujo ponen a cubarse.
Yeah, exactly. You lose all of your wingers. Yamal all of a sudden, right? Sandoval out of nowhere, right? There's like all these rumors that Padilla and Camberos will go to Europe. Maybe that's why Milito doesn't play them as much. This dude out of nowhere, 17-year-old, is just lights out playing. Just such a baller. But I mean, huge kudos to these guys. Huge kudos to Milito for getting him through the ranks. Unfortunately, he didn't make it in time for the U20. I mean, that Sandoval kid, I think he would have helped out the U20s a lot because he's in a great moment.
Depending on his age, I mean, he'll have time for like the U18s, the U20s.
But this is, I feel like Mexico's treating this U20 tournament like ganar or morir. Like, you need to fucking win this one because this is like setting the pace for a whole generation. Yeah. I think they're all bought in on this one. And
they're stacked. Like, they should be one of the contenders. I don't think they are because a lot of people don't know the Mexican national team like we do. Like,
your America's not sending like anybody.
Yeah, I haven't checked the lineup, but I know like your Yael, your
Yael Padilla is there. Camberos is there. Diego Ochoa, the center back who's on loan at Juarez, who's been playing at Juarez, is there.
Right.
So those three from Chivas for sure.
Ochoa from Cruz Azul.
Emi Ochoa is the keeper. Obed Vargas, you said. Montiel is there. Those are the three in the middle with Mora. The striker Tayel Jimenez gets a lot of minutes with Santos. Like Amaury Morales from Cruz Azul. Like, this class is stacked. And if they were ever going to do anything, it's this one, even though they have Morocco, Spain, and like Spain, Brazil or something. Like,
they're in the group of death for sure.
They're all. It wouldn't surprise me if they got last.
Yeah.
But like, it's about, we've talked about it, it's el funcionamiento.
Yeah.
Right? Like, maybe it'll build the hunger in them. But
don't give us a Tornado Toulon that you did like a year ago. Give us like actual 2-1 or 1-2 or lo que quieras, pero que sean disputados los juegos y que se mire bien la selección.
Yeah, remember when that coach yelled at Amaury Morales? Amaury, ponte a correr, te saco la verga. And he came out on the straight up audio on the hot mic. I was dying. No, but I mean, I'll go back to the point Cesar right now. Chivas is very much La Masia and your America is Real Madrid.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Me inculcaron el americanismo a huevo.
That's what it is, though. And it's finally looking like, mándalos, güey, porque hay otro morrito ahorita que ahí viene.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I mean, imagine, like, to have a 17-year-old scoring bangers. God damn.
America didn't send a single one. I'm looking at
not a single one,
squad.
Bro. I mean, we're looking at their lineup against Monterrey. They tied 2-2. We were talking about it. Your America has like no young players, like, at all.
Juarez
is like 27,
22.
Bro. He's 24.
Ay, Dios mío.
Ya está ruco el vato, no, hombre. Y no lo meten titular, pobrecito.
¿Qué golazo metió?
Está rarito.
This guy. ¿Qué golazo metió, no?
He did score a golazo. You talked about it, about how they didn't seem ready. The second half, they looked very ready. America looked so good the second half.
Porque entró Fidalgo y entró el... ¿Cómo le dicen? ¿El burro? No,
Buffalo.
El Búfalo.
El burro. Te van a decir a ti, cabrón.
El búfalo.
Brian Rodriguez, 2 got an assist.
Exactamente. So, entraron más los que saben mover la pelota.
Los que saben.
Yeah, y la Pantera Zúñiga, con todo respeto, he hasn't fit the system yet. He played all the first half.
No le va bien.
And is not used to America yet. So, like I said, it's like we're still trying to find the right system, the right fit. Fidalgo for sure has to be in a good moment for America to play well. If you're injured or andas en un bajón, like America's gonna be really in a tough situation.
You know what's crazy? What the last time Chivas beat America was that semifinal, right? Before this one.
Like 2 years ago.
¿Qué pasó? Fidalgo got a red, right? Y no estuvo. And in this last game, he got injured, I think.
He got injured at the 46th.
Y luego se prendió las Chivas. Se les prendió el cerro.
Es el detalle.
So that's something, I just thought that was so interesting that, like, I mean, sometimes, bro, like, even Sunday League level, right? That fool that's cooking everybody, lo sacan, and then all of a sudden you get that confidence, right? Your team's good. I mean, it could be. El hueco que deja Fidalgo could be pretty big.
Yeah, we need to fill that hueco with depth. También that CDM position.
Because Alexis Gutierrez, Alan Cervantes, como que they banked on some Liga MX lifers y como que no.
Como que ahorita ya no están. La calidad se nota.
Dando.
Se nota la calidad.
You need them to do that jump of quality that, like, Alex Sendejas did getting to America, right? That Chiquito starting to get to.
Yeah.
Right? That we all see that America buys cheap on these players and then all of a sudden salen cabrones.
Yeah, Henry Martin.
Henry Martin, yeah.
Sí. Also, I wanted to call out Malagón, un mamarracho de balón que dejó ahí para el gol de Ambriz.
Oh, el de Ambriz in the first half, the early one.
Yeah, you need to catch that. You need to punch it out harder. Like,
so, ¿qué onda? ¿Tenemos portero? No tenemos portero.
Look, I think that the goalkeeper position is probably one of the weaker ones in la selección mexicana.
It's like, sad.
As much as I like Malagón and he plays for America, you got to be real. We don't have a quote-unquote world-class player or a goalkeeper que, you know, sepa, he's just good and consistent, like we had with Osvaldo Sanchez, like we had with El Conejo Pérez.
Corona,
Talavera. Aunque no jugaban, you knew that they were secure back there. Yeah, and they were there, and they were going to give you a solid.
Right now, no.
Ahorita, you look at Malagón and you're like, sí me das buenos juegos y como que no a veces. So.
Como que crezca un poquito el chiquito,
What
¿no?
Day are we having today?
Yeah.
So it's la confianza lo que estamos
It's
diciendo.
like 80-20 with Malagón. Like 80 good y luego de vez en cuando no.
Como que,
no.
Y dices, wait, you're supposed to be 100 or like 95.
Because when you were at the U20, when you were at the U23s at the Olympics, bro, he was 100.
Yeah, and even the first 2 seasons of him being at America, he was really good in Tokyo because he was the one that won 3rd place with the Lamborghini.
Yeah,
like he was solid.
He was 100%.
We didn't talk about him. We didn't say, oh, no sale. Oh, dejó rebotado. Oh, he should.
Because he's like the underdog back then, right? Where like we wanted somebody new, but we didn't realize that like cuando se iba Ochoa and we wanted this dude to get the spot, que no iba a ver la calidad atrás de él like Ochoa had with all those other keepers with Corona and all them.
Yeah.
It's just him. And then we're like forcing Tala there, who like we've talked about so many times, has the size, has the, you look at him, you're like, yes.
Goalkeeper, yeah.
Yeah. But then after that, bro, what the fuck is an Andres Sanchez? Like, what the fuck is like.
You're like, ahora me traigo. Date ese.
You're like, Carlos Moreno, I mean, come, like, yeah, bro, like you're big and shit, but like, come on, también, there's nothing else.
Yeah.
No, they should go to Europe a aprender, no? Like to learn to keep. But
or bring the Europe goalkeepers y que se los manden a las Chivas o Lame.
Easy. So your America is now in 5th place after that. Ahí les vamos.
You guys are 11.
11.
You guys are all caught up with points now, right?
After with Tigres, games, yeah, but we got a Pueblita next, so we got to win that.
Luego, a ver qué tal, con el Pueblita. A ver cómo les va. A ver si
you guys got San Luis right now in a bit.
Oh, ese sí es cake.
It says cake.
Yeah, they're 12th.
They've been playing Perez Boquet. Remember that fool from Chivas? And he's been cooking.
He was also at Juarez, and I thought he was going to cook, but...
that was on loan. Y lo mandaron. I think Chivas finally sold him. Damn, 2 red cards right now. Cruz Azul, Querétaro are 2-2 and 2 red cards también. Una para cada quien. Hay madrazos.
Repartiendo,
Hay madrazos ahí. Ahí no hay...
abrazos, no balazos, por favor.
Ahí no hay nada de abrazos. And Inter Miami won 4-0, folks.
Against who?
Es miércoles de foot against New York City FC.
Dude, I don't want to hear Inter Miami, bro.
Against New York City FC. Oh, bro, just a quick plug. I'm reading a book on the Premier League right now, of the history of the Premier League. It's so interesting about the owners and all this shit, where the money comes from. And then they're going into in depth right now of a certain Luis Suarez who scored today, y que le han perdonado un chingo de cositas. Speaking of how much we hate Inter Miami, about the incident that he had with Patrice Evra, where he called him an N-word that we're not supposed to say in the middle of a game against United when he was with Liverpool, and everyone from the Liverpool side backed him up instead of condoning the behavior and cutting him from the team, suspending him. Algo, güey. Tírale una piedra. Algo. Nothing. The league ended up suspending him, and then he comes back for a big match against United, and then he doesn't shake Evra's hand in the line. And then finally, owners, I think the coach got fired, and then Luis Suarez was let go the following year, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that iconic video where he just walks by, and then like a little scuffle happens. Yeah,
he pulls away, and then afterwards was
Rio Ferdinand. I think
Rio Ferdinand, and then Rio Ferdinand pulls his hand away, and then that was epic because I was like, damn, that's pretty clutch of Ferdinand to be like, hey, la tuya, cabrón.
Yeah, ever since then he had that incident, and then he had the biting incident, and then
the handball incident.
The handball in 2010. Which at the time I thought it was like a clutch moment because you're like,
I mean, it's clutch.
That's todo por tu equipo.
Es canchero.
It's canchero. It's futbolero. But then he does all these other things, and recently what he did against Seattle, like completely a really bad
playing, bro. That's
human being. Like not
terrible.
even like he might be so good and so iconic goals. Y ganó todo lo que quieras, pero if that's how you go about your life and the people like that, that's crazy.
Well, he's not good right now, bro. So what's the excuse now? Like, I mean, you're just old and cranky and doing the same dumb
and crying.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's our regular segment we call complaining about Inter Miami, folks. Let's talk a little bit more Liga MX. Pumas. Just a couple more I want to talk about. Pumas, they tied Tigres 1-1. But the big story, nobody cares about actual Pumas, folks. Sorry, Pumas fans. But the big story, JJ Macias is back.
Dude.
And he scored 2 goals in 4 games because he didn't score yesterday with Pumas. But he scored in back-to-back games with Pumas.
He scored against Mazatlan.
Against Mazatlan, and then he scored against Tigres.
Yes, he did. He scored a penalty. Jesus.
And he got emotional after the game when they interviewed him. Just thankful for the opportunities, right?
Yeah, I feel like that kid just had one of the worst lucks I've seen in footy.
He just kept getting injured. Maybe he has like a chronic thing too. No, like I don't know. Like it was one after another after another.
Yeah, it was almost like, yo, is this a joke? Every time we heard it, like.
But every time he would come back, he wouldn't like be prolific scoring, but you knew he had the talent. Like you could see it and hold up play, the body he's got. Da miedo a defenderlo, but he wouldn't come back and be top goal scorer except that one year with Leon. He balled out.
That's why you guys got him back.
But like he kept coming back from an injury. Okay, ahí va, and then you just feel so bad for him. But I feel so good for him right now. I'm like, bro, take care of those damn knees.
Yeah, y sigue le echando ganas, sigue metiendo goles y te da la revancha como le dio al de Cruz Azul, Ángel Sepúlveda.
Yeah, he got a great new opportunity, but yeah, hopefully, this dude can ball out y a la selección. More strikers para la selección, folks. More strikers
Damn,
for
that's
Chivas.
hella far away, bro. Like,
For him to get to the selección?
yeah. I mean,
If he outplays Memote, then he takes Memote's spot, right?
okay, then you have him like a 4th or 5th
Yeah.
within the rankings.
Para los moleros.
Y luego de ahí, pues, otra
Not for
good season. Y a
Not
lo
for the
mejor.
World Cup, para los moleros after.
No, para eso ya que. ¿Cuántos años tiene?
24, I think.
Oh, he still got time. I thought he was like 28 by now.
Maybe. He is 26.
Oh, todavía
Está
tiene
joven.
tiempo. Sí, sí le alcanza
Raúl
para.
Jiménez is 33.
Sí le alcanza para otro mundial.
1-2.
Yeah. No, échale ganas. Oh, vienes.
He was in Europe.
Give us an interview.
He went to Getafe.
He did.
All right, Cesar, I think we talked enough, man. Let's give him some games to watch.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
We're going to keep it in Liga MX. You got a Clásico Joven. América against Universidad Nacional Autónoma de Mexico.
Eso.
América that we just talked about got Fidalgo back. Hopefully can get some rhythm against a Pumas who's just struggling. Only won 3 games so far this season. So Efraín Juárez has to get him going. They've invested quite a bit in terms of like Pumas, how they usually traditionally spend. So they're expected to make it at least to playoffs. It's a big game for them. En el DF, they don't got to travel. Clásico. Nomás que no llueva and we'll have a good game.
Oh, it's for sure going to rain. Hopefully, Macias scores on y'all. Sheesh. I got el derby madrileño to start off with. Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. I think we got some questions now for Cholo Simeone. I don't think people are loving him so much right now because they're mid-table in league. Ya se les fueron Madrid y Barcelona. Champions League, they're not amazing. Les falta cositas. ¿Qué?
Le sacaron roja, ¿no? Acuérdate. Se metió con los del... ¿Contra quién jugaron? Con Liverpool.
Yeah.
Se metió con los de Liverpool y las duchas.
Yeah, I mean, his whole career, I feel like it banks off of Griezmann and Alvarez.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe we'll see a new coach.
We're going to take it to the USL, hence why I'm wearing this shirt. You got Monterrey Bay FC against Sacramento Republic. Monterrey, who's been struggling, just got a change in the office, got a new president, a new FO. So hopefully they can start picking things back up against a very strong traditional Sacramento Republic. Tune in. It'll be in Monterrey. Maybe we'll catch it. I don't know.
Jeez.
But we'll see.
They were in first place, dog, and now they're dead last.
Yeah.
Did you see the fans put like a pancarta out?
No.
About like wanting more changes.
Ah.
Parecía pinche narcomanta, güey. And I was like, what the fuck? In Monterrey?
Los de Salinas, they don't play.
I know, bro. We got Newcastle versus Arsenal.
A huevo.
This
Otro
weekend.
burritazo.
Double or nothing? Eso. Just taking breeders.
Puro volte dame.
Let's go. We got a bet down. Gonna.
Arsenal, you said?
Yeah, Arsenal Newcastle is this Saturday, I think. My big question for Arsenal: will you start Eze? Now is he a must start? Will he continue to be on fire? This is a heat check right here. A ver si mete otro golazo.
A ver qué. O a ver si se toca con un Bruno Guimaraes. And we're going to take it to Spain. You got Barcelona against Real Sociedad. Barcelona, who wants to keep up with Real Madrid, who haven't lost a game and are perfect in the table. So they have a tough Real Sociedad, who usually has a really good team. They're sitting mid to low table, Real Sociedad. So this should be an easy 3 points pickup for Barcelona and company.
A ver qué. My last one, we got Champions League coming back next week. Your Barcelona against PSG.
Oh, shit.
PSG's been steamrolling everybody. Dembele got Ballon d'Or. Luis Enrique got Coach of the Year. They got the perfect storm going. A ver si no le dan en la madre al Barcelona or see if they can surprise. I don't think Yamal's back yet.
I don't
Still
think
con
so.
su pubic.
Oh, ahí está explorando sus teenage years.
He's experimenting
Sí,
right now,
bueno.
pobrecito. Déjenlo. Ay, anda muy feliz. No, but yeah, it's going to be a great match. I think that was going to have fireworks. Definitely tune in.
Yeah.
But tune in to us every week, folks, especially next week, because we have our big surprise.
Yeah, it's October. Surprise in October for you guys.
See a spooky surprise. Okay. No se
Yeah,
crean.
tune in next week. Hopefully we'll have the announcement. If not, you'll see for yourself if we're there or not, or if it'll be the same setup.
Oh, ya les dijiste.
Highway.
All right, folks. We'll talk soon.
Peace.
Peace.